Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is titled Bonnie Parker's Shotgun. This video is about a specific shotgun that once belonged and was most likely used by the infamous Bonnie Elizabeth Parker. Most are all too familiar with Clyde's obsession with powerful firearms such as the Browning automatic rifle, commonly called the BAR. After the police raid at their hideout in Joplin, Missouri, police found numerous photographs of Clyde with his arsenal of weapons. He would always brag about his guns wherever they met with his or Bonnie's family in some secluded area. Clyde told the family that he wanted Bonnie to use a 20-gauge shotgun because the recoil of a 12-gauge was just too much for her small size. So he would always try to have a 20-gauge shotgun on hand just in case Bonnie needed to use the weapon. The origin of this particular shotgun is unknown. Of course, Clyde most always stole the guns he used, so how this shotgun got into the hands of the Barrel Gang has been lost to history. However, we know especially how this gun was recovered by law enforcement officers that were pursuing Bonnie and Clyde. Here is the story of this special 20-gauge pump shotgun. In July 1933, the Barrel Gang at the time consisted of Clyde, Bonnie, Clyde's brother Buck, and Buck's wife Blanche, and W.D. Jones. During the past few months, the gang had been involved in several gun battles with police. The gang arrived at a wooden area just outside of the town of Dexter, Iowa. The gang was in bad shape from the recent gun battles. Buck had a massive head wound, Blanche had a severe injury to her eye, and Bonnie had serious burns to her leg from an automobile accident. The gang settled in a wooded area near a creek. Blanche and W.D. Jones made several trips into Dexter to get bandages and other first aid supplies for Buck and Bonnie. The townspeople noticed these young people coming into town buying first aid supplies. No one in town knew them, so they became very suspicious. The town law enforcement was notified, and the lawmen began a search for where these young folks were staying. Lawmen found that they were staying by the old abandoned amusement park in the woods. The lawmen put together a posse of local farmers and approached the camp in the early morning hours of July 24th, 1933. The Barrel Gang was completely caught off guard. Clyde and W.D. tried to get Bonnie, Blanche, and Buck into the car to try to make a getaway. Clyde, W.D., and Bonnie were said to have shot back at the posse by witness statements. If they did fire back at the posse, it was probably only a few shots, probably wildly aimed because they were in such a hurry to get away. The result of the ambush was Clyde, Bonnie, and W.D. made a getaway by crawling through the woods to a neighboring farm. At the farm, they stole a car from the farmer and were able to get away from the area without any more trouble. Buck and Blanche were captured by the lawmen. Buck was taken to a local hospital, but his injuries were so serious that he would die a few days later. Blanche was sentenced to several years in a Missouri prison. After the gun battle was over, lawmen searched the outlaws' camp and discovered numerous firearms left behind. Many of the weapons abandoned by the outlaws were stolen from various National Guard armories. Lawmen discovered one 20-gauge pump shotgun that had been modified by shortening the barrel and cutting down the wood stock. This type of shotgun is exactly what Clyde told Bonnie's family that he made for her. Witness statements vary on whether Bonnie fired this shotgun at them, but little doubt remains that this was her shotgun, if only for emergency situations. Bonnie's shotgun and the other firearms were turned over to the Dallas County Sheriff's Department. The weapons had belonged to the National Guard were returned to that agency. Bonnie's shotgun was retained by the Sheriff's Department. Many years later, it was obtained by the National Crime Museum in Huntsville, Texas. The shotgun was part of a traveling display for numerous years. Sometime in the mid-1990s, the National Crime Museum sold the gun to a person in Denton, Texas. This person would sell the shotgun to the Bonnie and Clyde Ambush Museum in Gibson, Louisiana. It remains there today on display with many other relics from Bonnie and Clyde. Gibson is about 8 miles from where Bonnie and Clyde were ambushed on May 23, 1934, 90 years ago. By permission from the museum, I was able to inspect and take close-up photographs of the shotgun and the display that it was mounted on for decades. Here are the following photographs and videos that I have of Bonnie's shotgun. So here's my disclaimer. This shotgun has no documents or photographs proving its connection to Bonnie Parker. I personally know that this shotgun has been on display for over 50 years. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you so much for watching and your support.